Alex Windsor comes out, and the wild card is in fact revealed to be Mercedes Moné, who got a really big pop when she came out, and this is her first AEW match since December 31st when she lost the belt to Willow, and first match period since March 2 months ago for Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. She's just been coasting off the off the wave of that Winnipeg Pro Wrestling title loss.
Well, once you've, I mean, yeah, you deserve some time off, I suppose, after making that sort of schedule. So I haven't really been following too much online, but like I didn't hear much buzz about this potentially like being Monet. Obviously, everybody expects probably Monet, but usually like this sort of stuff might leak ahead of time, and I guess I don't know if like any of that happened. So as a way to maybe protect it, I feel like they did a good job, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything out there. You could argue like Mercedes coming back is something. Would you have promoted it?
That is the argument. So like the business man in me would say yes, but the wrestling fan in me appreciates that they didn't, because I think there are some things you want to like let people maybe feel like they regret not tuning in live for, so that they might make a bigger habit about tuning into Dynamite on a weekly basis. You also want some things to maybe reward the people that are sticking around and watching live every single week. So they could have played this hand plenty of times over the course, like dating back to Winnipeg when they did that Dynamite like that very week, right? But they chose to maybe save it. Maybe their hand was forced as a result of Willow, of course, but they played it on, I would say, a pretty random edition of Dynamite, like in the middle of the match, in the middle of the show. And it wasn't even just a promo. It was her coming out and having an actual match. So like part of me actually really enjoys that just as a viewing experience.
I'm really curious if they in fact had to rebook this tournament and got Mercedes into the tournament versus the idea that she was always going to end up in this tournament and take out a Sky Blue or someone. Like, it's hard to imagine they were going to do this tournament without Mercedes. But maybe they were. I don't know the answer.
It's possible. It's possible Willow could have gone to the very end.
Well,
right?
that was my thinking, was that it would make all the sense that like somehow like Sky Blue, I think many people look at as like a weak link that could have been taken out somehow. And
but
Mercedes
is not.
Pardon?
But Saray is not.
She is not, but think about that, like Mercedes and Saray to do that match. Like, that is a match to me that Tony Khan would want to do. And you could have Mercedes go to the final with Willow. Like, I thought that was a very possible path that you could have done there.
I guess I don't know if I would have seen Saray losing like in her first AEW match like in quite some time. Like, has she even had a proper AEW match?
She has not, I don't believe.
Just ROH, right? So anyway, that we're kind of getting her. I'd love to know maybe what the rejigging of all of this is. I also would love to know if like Alex Windsor was supposed to have a bigger role in this tournament, given, well, like she's from the UK and has the very same ambition as Will Ospreay to headline the show.
I can't imagine she was going over Willow in the first round.
I guess you never know, because Willow certainly did need to advance, being the TBS champion, right? So would something have happened? Yeah, all things to think about.
So the match begins. Early on, she goes for the statement maker, and Windsor gets out of that, and then Moné snaps her neck, and it's a lot of Moné on offense for a lot of the match. 3 amigos. She catches her for another 3 amigos, and finally Windsor stops the last one and hits this made in Japan that Mercedes got up for early. There's a sunset bomb that sends Windsor into the corner, and then they kind of picked up the pace here. They're going back and forth with covers. Moné hits a knee into the backstabber and the statement maker to win the match. 12 minutes, 25 seconds, and she won't release the hold at first. And so Moné advances to face either Hazuki or Persephone after Saturday's match.
I really enjoyed the match, and I don't know how much of this might be influenced by the fact that we like just reviewed Sasha versus Bayley from NXT Brooklyn not that long ago, but like seeing Moné, what was that, like 12 years ago, something like that, to her in present form now really shows you just how much she has evolved over these years. I thought she was so smooth here. Her transitions looked really great. Her pinfall attempts were fantastic. And even compared to like her first non-WWE matches out of that system, I feel like she now looks so seasoned and comfortable working this particular style. I also thought Alex Windsor was really great here. Again, not sure how far she was supposed to go in this tournament, but I thought she wrestled this one like it was her tournament final. And I think she's been a great addition to this roster. Hard hitting, charismatic, very strong in ring. So heat, I felt for this one, like I maybe was to me a little bit lacking, just given like the newsworthiness of the return here. But as a match, I actually really enjoyed it.
PostWrestlingCafe.com is your destination throughout the entire month of June. It begins with Open House Week, where all members on the free tier get a full week slate of extra content. Following that, we have Brandon Thurston live in Delaware to cover the WWE merger lawsuit, and we will be doing wall-to-wall coverage with daily audio shows. Plus, we have Rewind Away looking back at the career of Manami Toyota, a review of WrestleMania 33. Karen and Bruce will cover New Japan's Best of the Super Juniors final along with Dominion, and we will get together for a new Ask Away mailbag show. PostWrestlingCafe.com, the destination for you.